What's up guys, and welcome back to the channel. In today's video we're going to take a look at the all-new 2021 Chevrolet Tahoe Premiere. Huge shout out and thank you to Marion Chevrolet for providing this new Tahoe for today's video. Definitely check out the link to their website down in the description below. They have a huge selection of all the brand new Chevrolets, so definitely check them out. And the model that we're looking at today is finished off in Summit White and has an MSRP at $68,000. Underneath the hood, this utilizes a 5.3 liter 8-cylinder engine that cranks out 355 horsepower and 383 pound-feet of torque. The engine is only paired to a 10-speed automatic transmission and sends the power to the rear wheels. This also features a 2-speed transfer case sending the power to the optional 4-wheel drive system. And with a curb weight around 5,700 pounds and running on a 24-gallon fuel tank, you're looking at 15 miles per gallon in the city and 19 out on the highway. The overall length is 210.7 inches with ground clearance at 8 inches. The width is 81 and the height is 75.9 inches. The all-new Tahoe also features ventilated disc brakes in all 4 corners, and this also has a set of 22-inch machined silver wheels. The front end of the 2021 Chevy Tahoe is an all-new design. We have a very clean design all around with a body-colored lower portion of the front bumper. We have a large chrome grille right in the center, giving this a bold appearance, and then a chrome piece in the lower portion of this front bumper. You'll notice 4 parking sensors up front and functional air inlets on the farthest sides of the front bumper to allow air to go through the bumper and out around the front wheels to improve aerodynamics. We also get LED headlights with LED daytime running lights. They have a very cool design with a body-colored portion cutting into it. Really helps add to the modern design that the new Tahoe has to offer. This Premiere Tahoe has a different front bumper comparing it to the Z71 trim level, offers a very sleek and elegant appearance, and then as you make our way to the hood, you can see how the hood wraps around the front grille as well as the headlights, and there's more sharp body lines all throughout the hood, giving the front end a wide appearance. And then moving to the side profile, we have a sharp body line going from the headlight all the way through the vehicle to the rear taillights. Has a really sharp design to it. We get the Tahoe logo down below in the front doors. We have a set of black running boards with more chrome trim, and then body color door handles with chrome trim around them, chrome mirror caps with LED turn signals all integrated, and then a camera beneath that. There's more chrome trim all around the windows, and you can see the gloss black trim for the A and B pillars. And then before the third piece of glass, we have a piece of body colored as well as more chrome trim. And then the overall proportions for the Tahoe are very good looking, has an aggressive design all around, and the side profile just comes off very nicely. And then as we make our way to the rear end, we have LED taillights with a very nice design in them, as well as the Chevrolet logo right in the center. We have a Tahoe emblem and the Chevy badge and some chrome trim in the center of this liftgate. And then the third brake light and windshield wiper are all integrated into the spoiler in the rear. We also get 4 more parking sensors in the rear bumper with dual quad-tipped exhaust system. And then really clean lines all around the rear end help finishing off the overall design of the new Tahoe. So there's a full look at the exterior of the 2021 Chevy Tahoe Premiere. Really good design all around. I think Chevy nailed it with the design. Now let's go ahead and take a look at the interior. We have the new key fob. This car also features remote start. So I go ahead and lock it and then double tap the engine start stop button. The V8 engine roars to life, as you can easily hear. And then just pressing the button real quick, it automatically shuts off. Then going up to the door handles and grabbing it, you can just press the button and automatically unlock it, and we can get a full look at this new interior. This interior is finished off in black leather. We get wood and aluminum trim all around, and then some gray piping accents. As we take a look at the door panel, we have smooth and perforated leather along the armrest and some contrast stitching. We got the grab handle right here, as well as the memory seat, your window controls, and then all of your mirror controls as well. We have the aluminum release handle with lock and unlock, all of the trim accents, the wood trim as well, and some more stitching above that. Below the door we have some more storage, and then we have part of the 10-speaker Bose audio system. And then moving inside, we have Chevrolet written out on the door sill, and then all the power controls for these automatic seats. You can see the color contrast with the stitching and piping on these seats. We have perforated leather in the centers and then all smooth leather on the sides. They have a really classy design all around. We even get piping up on the headrest. And then if we spin around, taking a look at the steering wheel, finished off in black leather with black stitching, and then more aluminum accents. And then now inside the all-new Tahoe, keeping my foot on the brake, we can go ahead and fire it up. We have an LCD digital display right in the center with a lot of the vital information in the top. And then the larger portion of the screen, we can scroll on the steering wheel right here. We can scroll down left and right. So if I scroll to the right, we can see some safety settings, engine hours, and then other items within the vehicle. You can see your pitch and roll and all-wheel drive system, more things. And then if we continue scrolling, we have your music, your navigation can pop up, and then we have your phone and then more settings. So very nice to see everything in the screen. And then on the left side of the steering wheel, we have all of your cruise control settings, as well as the distance pacing and heated steering wheel controls, controls for the main screen, as well as some Bluetooth and audio. On the back side of the steering wheel, we have radio controls, and then your turn signal stock, as well as windshield wipers over on the left. And then to the left of the steering wheel, we have all of your lighting controls, the four-wheel drive system, some safety settings right here, like your lane keeping, parking sensors, the auto start stop feature, and your electronic park and brake. We have one of the air vents, some more trim with the leather, and we get the contrast stitching on there. Really nice looking dash with more black leather. Then as we make our way to the 10-inch screen in the center, we can go right into here. There's a lot of information you can see within this. All touchscreen, of course, very easy to use. You can go under your navigation, your phone. You have Apple CarPlay and Android Auto. We have a main screen right here with different items. And then on this side, we can actually go right into the climate control and turn that on. With it on now, you can see all the different settings. You can also adjust the rear climate. Go ahead and turn that on as well. So very nice how everything is controlled on the screen. You even have a home button right there. Then as well as that, you can tap your camera and see all the different camera views. You have a trailer one as well with different guidelines, which is very cool. And then for your gear controls over here, you press the button right here for park. Put your foot on the brake, you pull this back for reverse. The backup camera will automatically come up. And then you tap this one for neutral, pull this back for drive. And then we have different low ranges. You can plus and minus the gears as well. And then below the screen, we have two more air vents, some leather and stitching. And then over on the right side, we have your hazards. You can pinch this button right here and open this up. We have a lot of space in here. You can easily fit a cell phone or something like that. So it's a very cool design. We have some more wood grain accents and aluminum trim. Perforated leather all on the dash really gives it a premium design. Then down below this, we have some more controls for the screen. We have a home button that brings you to the home. We have a back button as well, so you can control everything. We have the radio on off on the left and volume, then a tuner over on the right side. And then below this, we have all of your climate control settings. We have LCDs on the left and the right side to adjust your actual temperature. It is dual zone. We have different zones up top, your AC and recirc. Your fan speed is in the center with the on-off. And then we have heated and ventilated seats. All the controls are right there. You have physical rear climate buttons. And then below this, we have more storage, as well as wireless phone charging, some USBs, and then a 12-volt on the right side. Then in the center, we have more of the leather and stitching, a little cubby spot down below, two more cup holders. And then taking a look at this center armrest, we have perforated leather and smooth leather with all the stitching and a nice little area. Opening this up, we have a ton of space in here. This piece is removable. You can see just how much space we have. There's even an LED light underneath. Then taking a look at the glove box, we have a really good amount of space as you would expect. And just one last look at the overall interior. Really great design for the 2021 Tahoe. I think Chevy nailed it with a very premium look. And now to take a look at the rear seat space, we can go ahead and open up the door. The door panel's finished off very similar to the front with the smooth and perforated leather and all the contrast details. We have the emblem right here as well. Then looking at these seats, finished off just the same with the perforated leather, the piping and stitching, very premium design. So let's go ahead and hop in and see how much space we have in this new Tahoe. I have the driver's seat set to my height, which is 5'11", and we have a ton of space in here already. Literally like 8 or 9 inches of knee room, and my feet fit really nicely. The armrest is in a perfect spot. So very comfortable already. These are captain's chairs in this particular spec. So we have an armrest in the center, a ton of headroom. That's like 6 inches as well. So very roomy back here. I love all the glass. You definitely have a lot of room. And really nicely appointed as well for a back seat. We have climate control settings all here. You can adjust your fan speed and temperature. You have heated seats back here and USB ports. Then of course you have a little bit of storage. These armrests move up as well. And then going ahead and hopping into the third row seat now. This has a lot of space back here. The center seat, of course, you have infinite amount of legroom, which is really nice. But one thing that is very impressive, even with this seat right here reclined backwards the way it sits, I still have a ton of footroom and legroom. My knees have a lot of space. I have a good armrest and some amenities with some cup holders and USB ports. But for a third row, this is actually very comfortable. Once again, I have a ton of headroom And now taking a look at all the maneuverability for this second row seat, this forward lever actually slides it forwards and back. And then if you just pull this one up, you can recline it. And then if you pull it all the way up, the seat will fold down and lock into place. And then pulling it again, the whole seat automatically pops up, giving you a ton of space to enter and exit the third row. And we also have a button located right on the inside that automatically does that. And now taking a look at the storage in the rear, you can double tap this button right here and it automatically opens up the glass. Really nice feature to have this type of access into the rear end. You can see just how everything looks. And then with that closed, you can use the key fob or the button back here. Automatically opens this power liftgate. So as this thing opens up, you can see just how much space we have back here. I'm really impressed with how much room we have for being the Tahoe versus the Suburban. And then taking a look at these buttons right here, if you hold these ones down, this third row will automatically fold down. It does it in just a few seconds. That is very impressive how quickly everything works. And then these buttons right here, if you go ahead and hold them, those seats automatically fold down. And then with all the seats folded down, you have a ton of flat storage space in the back. And then if you press these again, those second row seats will automatically fold all the way up. And then manually, you can put the second row back to normal, and then these ones for the third row, you just press these buttons up, and they automatically go back up to the normal position. But then getting up and going now, driving in the Tahoe, it is such a smooth SUV. I love just how nice it drives, and the fit and finish, we'll talk about the interior first. Being the Premier, almost fully loaded, the High Country would technically be the step above this. Beautiful leather all around, the stitching and everything just looks really nice, and everything you touch in the Tahoe, it feels like a premium material. I don't feel any like cut corners or anything like that, and it's put together the way you would exactly want it to work. All the buttons just feel good. The big screen right here is so easy to use. I like how you have easy buttons with giant icons. It's just so easy to use, and then I love how the climate control pops up. So I think Chevy did a really good job just making this a user-friendly vehicle. There's nothing weird about it or hard to use. And then as far as ride quality goes, I'm on a very bumpy road right now, and I literally don't feel anything. This is such a smooth driving SUV. It absorbs the bumps very nicely, very quiet in here. It's very insulated from the elements outside. So you really do feel nice and isolated and comfortable when you're driving in it. And then being a larger SUV, we have a really good view out. You feel high up. You can see the contours in the hood, which is a cool look. Side mirrors and rear view do a really good job. There's a ton of glass all around me, so I just feel so up and above the road. And then even looking over my left and right shoulders, that's actually really impressive. Wow. Over my right shoulder, there's really no blind spots. There's so much glass, and all the headrests in the back fold down as well for better visibility. But then more driving, going around a sharper turn, giving us some gas. This 5.3 liter engine does a really good job getting up to speed. I don't see any issues with that. It's very competent for the weight of this truck. This thing has some weight to it. And then as we come to a stop real quick, hitting the brakes, they definitely do a good job. So I think Chevy balanced out this vehicle really well to drive normal and exactly what you would expect. It's gonna get you up to speed, it's gonna stop, and it can also tow a ton of weight. So this thing has payload capacity of 1,800 pounds, and then normal towing is around 7,900 pounds. And if you do opt with the max towing package, you're already up to 8,400 pounds. So for a normal family SUV, this thing really can handle a lot. If you do want the bigger engine, you're gonna need to go for the High Country. That gets you the 6.2 liter V8, which is a lot more power. So that's a really good option to go with. But as far as this one goes, a very nice spec, really comfortable. These seats are really nice, got the vented seat on and everything. Really a hard SUV to argue with. So comment down below, I want to hear your guys' thoughts. I recently filmed the Z71, which is a full trim level now. It's not just a package like the previous generation. That one, a little bit more muscular, off-road oriented, just really aggressive all around. This one, a little bit more laid back, cleaner, classier, and I liked both looks equally. I think the Z71 looks perfect for what that is, but then this one, it just looks so bold out on the road. I'm loving the design. Just looking at the panning shots of the front end, such a good design. And then last things to wrap it up, the gear selector is definitely a little bit different. It might take just a little bit getting used to. You have the buttons for reverse and drive, and then the push buttons for park and neutral. It takes a little bit, but overall it's very easy to use, like I said. I'm actually coming into a really sharp turn now. No body roll or anything like that. I mean, a little bit being a larger SUV, but it's nice how the new Tahoe is very composed when driving. This is a vehicle, an amazing daily, going to work and back every day, taking the family to vacations or soccer practice or whatever you're doing with the whole family in it. You can fit everybody super comfortably in the back and then still fit a ton of space. So, I don't know, hard to argue with a jumbo SUV. There's a few vehicles in this segment. I think Chevy might be on top just because what you're getting with the new Tahoe, it just seems very nice in every single regard. It can do a lot, handle a lot, has, you know, the 4-wheel drive, the towing, the payload capacities. I mean, what more can you do, and what can this not do for what it's supposed to do? It's just very impressive. Once again, a huge shout out and thank you to Randy Marion Chevrolet for providing this new Tahoe for today's video. Definitely check out the link to their website in the description below. And if you enjoyed today's video, give it a massive thumbs up, smash that subscribe button if videos like this are something you're interested in taking a look at even more. But that is it, guys. I will see you all next video.